You are watching IGNN, Intergalactic News.
Okay. All right, here we go. Fabulous. You're watching IGGN, the Intergalactic Good News. And I will be your host, Egon Spengler, clone number 27. Yes, I am the 27th in a long line of prestigious hosts for the news. So if we could get started. On planet Kashyyyk, there was a riot at a bar, and the riot at the bar consisted of Chewbacca, Kinshu, and three space pirates. Yeah, I had to read that because space Peronis, whole different thing. They're a flower that'll eat your freaking head off. Anyways, Chewbacca ended up winning. He ripped both their arms off, and they decided that they would just play a game of space dominoes. It's a little bit like the space checkers, but it's a whole different thing. We'll get into that another time. On another planet, this planet has not been named, so it's just going to be AR-14. Yes, it is AR-14. Let's see here. There was a new species actually invented. Apparently, the species is robotic in nature, but it eats biomass and thus kind of recreates itself. Not sure what that means, but apparently there's not a lot of vegetation left on the planet, but there are more robots than they know what to do with. The good news is everyone was able to escape phenomenally, but the few remaining stragglers who thought the robots were cute. Oh, this music, yes. Sadly, were eaten by said robots, but the good news is the babies they made were absolutely fabulous. On a glacier planet, apparently somebody decided to turn the heater on and forgot to turn it off. Well, the glacier planet has started to defrost, and lo and behold, they have found aliens, kind of like the ones from the movie Aliens, and the space huggers decide to suck the face of the people who landed on the planet. The good news is they actually enjoyed it. The bad news is they didn't survive after the gestation. Going to planet Druidia, apparently the princess has left with Prince Lone Star on a long honeymoon. They have not yet been back yet. When asked, Yogurt decided that they were going to go for a very, very long time. Now, honestly, they should not have taken the Mercedes-Benz. They should have stayed with the Winnebago. Just a personal preference, because then they can go to another planet and actually go fishing. Long story short, Princess Vespa's hair buns were actually relocated on another planet. So, fortunately for you, if you're watching Princess Vespa, there's good news for you. Your space buns have actually been found. Crossing the galaxy to Omega Red 3, apparently the spice worms decided to go on strike and stopped eating entire caravans. That is good, except the problem is, as you all know, that the spice worms are the source of the spice, and therefore anyone who's ordered spice for their Old Spice deodorant, you're going to have to wait for a very long time because these usually last for about 10 years. There's a new star that has been found in Sigma Quadrant A in the Sagittarius galaxy. The good news is the new star, on a closer inspection, is actually nothing more than a truck stop that Phineas and Ferb have created. Honestly, I don't know how they were able to build that star so bright that was actually viewed from over 100 million light years away. But it's good news because at least people can find their way to a good cup of coffee, or as they like to say, a cup of joe. On another planet, it's a jungle planet, the lizard people have decided to start procreating once again So please do not look in the refrigerator. If you find an egg larger than your head, do not eat it. It is being kept safe for incubation at a later date. It does make a fabulous omelet, but you did not hear that from me. And the last thing in today's news, if you decide to go to ludicrous speed, please use your blinkers when you're taking a left or right hand turn, because Spaceball 1 turned on a dime and stopped short, causing a 14 million space cruiser collision. And it kind of looks like the Star Wars reference where the starship kind of crashed into the Death Star. This is Egon Spengler, clone number 27. You have been watching IGGN News. Hope to see you again at a later date. And scene.